Hello and welcome to a new video. So as you see here, I have written this article last year, as you can read from this date, where I attempted to restore an SSD because there was a firmware failure, and in that moment it worked. However, this happened again, so I had to dispose of that disk. Specifically, it was a Patriot Burst 240 gigabyte SSD, and there was a problem on the controller. So what happened then is that the disk automatically disconnected from the system. It was not reachable anymore, and it was part, as it's written here, of a BTRFS RAID 1 array. At the time, I was using it for Git for my repositories. So fortunately, I still had the other disk. Okay, so it was still I could still retrieve the data. I also had backups, so no problem there. But yeah, anyway, when I did this procedure, it worked, and it erased also the smart data. I used a program on Windows. And so yeah, it happened again with another disk a few days ago. Still the same, exactly the same model. So Patriot Burst. So yeah, this is more or less the label. I think it's a little bit different, the one I have. Anyway, the specs are here of this disk, and yeah, this on the endurance is marked at 180 terabytes written, but the problems came up much earlier than that, also the second time. So as you see here, this is what happened when the disk failed. Yeah, I recorded the video, and yeah, practically it just became invisible to the system as someone removed the cable, right? So IO errors. This is the RAID 1 array with BTRFS, where the second disk is missing. So the dev SDL is still a twin disk. It's the same, exactly the same model of the one missing. Okay. And as you can see here, this is of course the other disk, not the one which is missing, but I think more or less they have the same smart data, very similar, because I use them together. Okay, I use two SSD for each partition in RAID 1 BTRFS. So as you can see here, if the other disk has this 6 terabytes of data written, it's very far from the 180 terabytes written. Okay, so these disks are apparently have a high failure rate. At least this is my experience. So yeah, there's not much else to do. Even if I try to recover the firmware, I think it's going to happen again, as it's happened for the other disk, which was just an experiment. So yeah, yeah. At the time I used this Cyan Flash ID firmware flasher. Okay. But yeah, so if you want to follow this this tutorial, if you have the same disk and if you want to attempt recovering it, the instructions are on my Substack. I'll leave you the link in the description. And yeah, I think that's it for today, and hopefully we can find other more reliable disks. If you found this video useful, as always, put a thumbs up and subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And as usual, bye bye.